Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's severe weather update. So, unfortunately, once again, we are going to have some significant severe weather today, this time across the eastern Rockies and central and northern plains, where the Storm Prediction Center has issued an enhanced risk of severe weather across central eastern Colorado into central southwest Kansas and northwest Oklahoma in the orange today, including Denver, Pueblo, Garden City, Liberal, and Woodward. We have a slight risk extending from far southeast Montana across eastern central Wyoming, southwest South Dakota, central western Nebraska, eastern two-thirds of Colorado, western two-thirds of Kansas, northwestern Oklahoma, northeast New Mexico into the Texas Panhandle in the yellow, and a marginal risk extending from central Montana through southeast New Mexico all the way down to central Louisiana and central Mississippi in the dark green. So, unfortunately, we have an elevated tornado threat today, where the Storm Prediction Center has issued a 10% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location east of Pueblo, Colorado in the yellow. We have a 5% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location in the brown from Denver through Pueblo across eastern Colorado. And then we have a 2% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location from far southeastern Montana through the Texas Panhandle in the dark green. So if you live especially in the 5 and 10% tornado risk today, make sure you are preparing for several tornadoes in your area today and have your tornado shelter plan in place. Looking at the damaging wind threat today, we unfortunately have the possibility of yet another derecho across southeast Colorado into central western Kansas and northern Oklahoma, where we have a 30% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour or stronger within 25 miles of a location in this red area. And then in this hatched area, we're going to be likely seeing wind gusts of 75 miles per hour or stronger in several locations in this hatched area. So if you live in Garden City and Liberal, Kansas, Dodge City, Woodward, Oklahoma, I think this threat is going to get pushed further southeast as well down the line. So even areas around Oklahoma City, make sure you're watching very closely for a potential derecho this afternoon and evening. We have a 15% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour stronger within 25 miles of a location from southeastern Montana through the Texas Panhandle in the yellow, and a 5% damaging wind risk in the brown area today. And we have a massive area that could be seeing destructive hail today. We have a 30% chance of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location across central eastern Colorado, western Kansas in the red, a 15% chance in the yellow areas across much of the eastern Rockies and western plains, 5% chance in the brown of large hail, and then in this huge black hatched area extending from eastern Wyoming through the Texas Panhandle, we could be seeing hailstones of golf ball to tennis ball to baseball to softball size today. So if you live in Sheridan, Casper, Rapid City, Cheyenne, Denver, and Pueblo especially, make sure you're parking your cars in the garage today, as we could be seeing some very destructive hail near locations today. Now, timing out the storms today, we have a dying complex of storms across central Oklahoma that's going to continue to weaken through the morning hours. But what we're going to be watching is this evening this is going to be kind of late, around 6 to 7 p.m. We're going to start seeing some storms firing in the eastern Rockies, maybe around Denver and in eastern Wyoming, producing some large hail. And then as we go into 8 and 9 o'clock, the storms are going to push a little bit east into northeast Wyoming, southeast Montana. And then as we go into 10 o'clock Central Daylight Time, we're going to start to see the initiation of our potential derecho near Denver, Colorado. Going into 11 p.m., we'll be seeing multiple large hail-producing storms across east central Colorado, east of Denver. Going into midnight, going to 1 a.m., this very strong mesoscale convective system is going to push into western Kansas, producing very strong damaging winds and large hail. Going into 2 a.m. So unfortunately, this is going to be a nocturnal derecho. If we see a derecho, is going to be pushing into west central Kansas around Dodge City. And then as we go into 3 a.m., this potential derecho is going to rapidly move southeast across southwest Kansas near liberal Kansas by around 4 a.m. Very strong damaging winds pushing through. And then as we go into 5 a.m. near Wichita, Kansas, possible very strong derecho producing hurricane force winds. Going into 6 a.m., this potential derecho is going to push into north central Oklahoma. And this is why I mentioned earlier that areas around Oklahoma City, even Tulsa, need to be careful because 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, we could be seeing a potential derecho moving through, moving just north of Oklahoma City and Tulsa and through around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Oklahoma City west of Tulsa, Tulsa around 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time, possible derecho. And this could continue all the way through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning into southeast Oklahoma before the derecho dissipates across western Arkansas tomorrow morning. So unfortunately, it is looking like we could be seeing a nocturnal derecho across eastern Colorado into central western Kansas and into Oklahoma. So make sure you're really paying attention to the weather today and this evening if you live anywhere from eastern Colorado through the western and southern areas of Kansas into central and northwest Oklahoma, and for the tornadoes across eastern Colorado. Thanks for watching today's severe weather update. Stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.